October 2019 planetary transits for Libra rising at 0 degrees. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Libra on the ascendant, Eastern Daylight Time, New York. We begin October 2019 with 3 planets in Libra in the first house sector. The Sun at 7 degrees Libra, Mercury at 26 degrees Libra, and Venus at 20 degrees Libra. The Moon is in Scorpio in the second at 11 degrees. The planet Mars is at 28 degrees of Virgo in the 12th house. Jupiter is at 18 degrees of Sagittarius in the 3rd house. Saturn at 14 Capricorn in the 4th. Uranus at 5 degrees of Taurus in the 8th house. Neptune at 16 degrees of Pisces in the 6th house, and Pluto at 20 Capricorn in the 4th. The planet Saturn went direct motion on September 18th, and Pluto will go direct on October 3rd. Uranus and Neptune are still retrograde. Please note, do not forget to look at the natal condition of the 2 planets involved in transit. For example, if transiting Sun is squared transiting Saturn in space on that day, first check to see if the Sun and Saturn form an aspect in your birth chart by conjunction, opposition, square, trine, or sextile. If it does, blend the quality of the transiting aspect with the quality of the natal or birth aspect. This rule should be applied also to planetary transits to natal planets. If transiting Saturn is square your natal moon, first look at the natal condition between Moon and Saturn. Should there be a natal trine between Moon and Saturn, then a problem will arise transiting square, but ultimately will be resolved to your satisfaction. Natal trine. October 1st brings a Venus square Pluto energy between houses 1 and 4, indicating there may be a conflict between your personal desires and the demands of a family member. This aspect gives rise to intense emotions, manipulation, and a battle of wills. Detach instead. The planet Mercury enters Scorpio on October 3rd and moves into the 2nd house sector. Mars enters Libra on the 4th and moves into the 1st house. On October 7th, Mercury is in opposition to Uranus between houses 2 and 8, emphasizing the conflict between your values and the values of a partner. An unexpected expense may suddenly come up that neither you nor your partner anticipated. Stay calm. The Sun square Saturn, also occurring on October 7th, between houses 1 and 4, could indicate that the expense has to do with your domicile or the needs of a family member. Try not to internalize any criticism being leveled at you from the environment. On October 9th, the planet Venus enters Scorpio and moves into the 2nd house sector. October 12th shows a Venus-Uranus opposition between houses 2 and 8. This may indicate an unexpected clash in an intimate relationship, perhaps based on boredom and the desire to experiment with something different. Your individual values may not be in harmony. October 13th brings a tense full moon. 5:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 20 degrees of Aries in opposition to the Sun at 20 degrees of Libra, spanning houses 1 and 7. The intensely emotional square from Pluto in the 4th house at 20 degrees of Capricorn may indicate a breakdown in the relationship between you and your significant other over a domestic issue. Avoid the dark side of Pluto. Threats, manipulation, jealousy, power plays, and attempts at control. Guard against ruthless behavior. On October 15th, under Mercury trine Neptune, between houses 2 and 6, try to heal whatever tension has occurred, both personal and professional relationships. This is a very sensitive vibration, enabling you to get your ideas across in a delicate way. October 21st brings Venus trine Neptune between houses 2 and 6, ideal for smoothing out all emotional based relationships and letting them know how much you care. On October 23rd, the Sun enters Scorpio and moves into the second house sector, shifting the focus of the next month on personal finances. October 27th brings a Mars-Saturn square between houses 1 and 4, and the new moon occurring at 4 degrees of Scorpio. 11:39 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the second house sector. An aggressive might makes right attitude leveled at family members in an attempt to bend them to your will should be avoided. This Mars-Saturn in square may bring feelings of frustration on the home front due to your desires not being considered. The new moon in the second house brings a review and reorganization of your personal finances over the next 4 weeks. On October 28th at 4:16 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with the Sun opposed Uranus between houses 2 and 8, an unexpected disruption involving personal or joint finances or an intimate relationship may occur either during the 12 hours before exactitude or up to several hours after. On October 30th, a Mercury-Venus conjunction at 27 degrees of Scorpio in the second house is an opportunity to iron out and resolve any dissension concerning financial issues between you and a partner.